Last study. Start. I have heard learned counsel for the parties and perused the record. The simple point which was argued before me in this revision was that having regard to the result of analysis, the fat contents were much in excess of the prescribed standard. Deficiency in non-fatty solids was simply marginal and was a pointer to the milk not being adulterated. The sample was deficient in fatty solids. The revisionist was convicted and sentenced by trial magistrate. It was observed in revision that such variation in fat contents and non-fatty solids could be due to not only proper feeding but also the health of animal. Their lordships also summoned the public analyst and recorded his statement. He considered that it was not possible to take out non-fatty solids from milk without reducing or affecting the fat contents. It was further found that when milk is stored and the fat contents come to the top as the milk cools, so the revisions were allowed and the deficiency was ignored. A similar view was reiterated in Ram Swarup versus a state reported in 1979 FAJ 186. If the quality or quantity of the articles falls below the prescribed standard or its constituents are present in quantities within the prescribed limits of variability which renders it injurious to health. If the quality or purity of the article falls below the prescribed standard or its constituents are present in quantities not within the prescribed limits of variability but which does not render it injurious to health, provided that where the quality or purity of the article being primary food has fallen below the prescribed standard or its constituents are present in quantities not within prescribed limit of variability in either case was due to natural causes beyond the control of human agency, then such article shall not be deemed to be adulterated within the meaning of this subsect clause. It was further pointed out in the aforesaid authority that both these clauses refer to two different situations. In the first case, if the article of food falls below the prescribed standard of limits of variability which renders it injurious to health, then such an article is deemed to be adulterated. Clause 1 is applicable to all such cases. Clause M deals with article of food which falls below the standard or limits of variability but which does not render it injurious to health. Such an article would also be deemed to be adulterated. Milk, which is an article of food and constituents of which may fall below the prescribed limit by addition of water, undoubtedly not become injurious to health, yet it would be deemed to be adulterated. The proviso lays down an exception which applies in those cases where the quality or purity of the article which has fallen below the standard due to natural causes beyond the control of human agency is primary food. Milk does not fall within the definition of primary food as laid in Section 2, which has been introduced by Section 2 of the Act 34 of 76 and means an article of food being a produce of agriculture or horticultural in its natural form. So the exception provided is inapplicable to milk. Stop.